Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Okay, today's video is all about how I dealt with my first 24 hours in the wilderness. So from basically getting onto the floatplane or getting ready to get onto the floatplane, packing all my kit, what the floatplane looks like, a little bit more in depth about what the flight was like out there, and then all that sort of thing about getting dropped off on Portal Lake and then going to my very first campsite. So I hope you enjoy, guys. Stay tuned. So this was the very start of the trip, getting all the kit weighed. That thing you see me putting stuff in is like a IBC carrier, which has got scales underneath it. That just weighs everybody's kit. There was just me really on the flight, so no real problems with being overweight. Just putting everything in, getting everything sorted. The mosquitoes there were horrendous at Alcan Air Base. So this is just outside of Mayo. Well, it's in Mayo actually, just on the back track. And then into the plane, got all sorted. And then this was my journey on a map, as you can see there, route direct into the wilderness. So this is me getting a briefing from our pilot Adam with a few safety things.
And there's a red button up on the dash in front of you. That's the satellite tracking emergency button. The satellite tracking is running the entire flight. There's also a red emergency button in front of my knees for the old aircraft DLT, but that's sort of rendered useless by the satellite tracking. And
okay.
Yeah, and seatbelts on for the duration of the flight.
Yeah. How long's the flight? Did you say 1 hour 50?
An hour, if we can go, it depends on the weather. It can be up to an hour 45, but probably just under an hour and a half if we're able to go sort of a straighter line through the mountains. So, yeah.
Cool. Brill.
Hop on.
Let's get in.
Do it.
Alright then, have a great time.
Cheers, Murray. Will do.
Have a great trip.
Yeah, will do. This is what a float plane looks like. So here the pilot was actually able to fly over the river, and so I could get a good look at what I was going to be paddling down over the next few days, which was super helpful. But this is when nerves really started to kick in. So this is me landing on Portal Lake, a sort of incident I was been dreaming of for months and months and months. It was finally happening. Lots of different feelings going on here now, nervousness, lots of excitement, just to get to this actual point where I'm going to be dropped off and left, to my own devices, and to get all the way to the end of my own steam. I cannot words don't explain it enough, the feelings that we're going through my mind at this time. Absolutely phenomenal to be landing on a lake, on a plane. Never done that before, so it was pretty special. It was a really soft touchdown, to be honest. You don't even know that you're touching down on the lake. It was just really, really soft, and then you just kind of glide in, and then the plane turns into a boat. pretty cool. And then he just sort of angled himself in towards the side. Spray's out of the float already. Yeah. I've got it here. Oh yeah. Get that inflated. So this is Owen, just helping me out with my last little bits and bobs. First job to do is to get the get the boat inflated, and then hand a few things back to him, bits of stuff that I don't need, and then that'll be it. Those guys will be heading off.
Yeah, go on. Is it just this bag we're taking back?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to give us?
Nah.
No?
That was it, mate. Probably wasn't showing it at this point, but I was feeling very uncertain and nervous. But it's just that feeling you get at the start of an expedition. So I knew I had to just keep myself busy doing tasks, you know, getting the boat done, you know, stop dwelling on that feeling, get the boat set up, and then get moving, because you cannot let those thoughts creep in, those negative thoughts. So that's us dropped off on Porter Lake, or Porter Puddle the guys call it. It is a very small lake, probably say only about 300 metres wide. Coming back for a flyby. Obviously my adrenaline was going on that plane landing, and it's a big thing I've been thinking about for a long time, and it's just good to slow things down and take a few deep breaths and just relax into it, get rid of those nerves, focus on the task in hand, taking it one step at a time, breaking it down. I made some little markers here. There's lots of these eyelets going along. It needs to be in the right place to sit right on your shoulders. Well, that's the boat blown up. I'm going to head up to the high ground now to see what I can find a route over the top. Probably going to go that direction there and do my first carry. Let's see what's over there. Fucking hell, piece of shit. Coming off for. What about 20 kgs this boat? Hey there. So after a couple of hours of carrying kit backwards and forwards, you know, all 3 lots of kit and the cameras, I eventually made it to the headwaters of the Hess, which was absolutely stunning. I got the drone up to have a look, but it's the most beautiful place I had ever been in my life. It was just so magical, and the only noise was just nature. It was something else. Tough day today. Feel it in the old legs. It's better. This is cool. Just a lovely little flow. Good sound. This is when the fun begins. So it was a great feeling to eventually get on the river, and it was just beautiful. Lovely little flow. You can't tell from above whether there's going to be, you know, loads of rocks there or anything, but it was perfect. So I managed to get on there after the long portage backwards and forwards, and then cover a little bit of distance before, you know, looking for a good little campsite for my first night in the wilderness. The weather was stunning, as you can see, and it was just awe-inspiring and pretty magical, to be honest. Just taking it all in, I felt like I stepped on another planet. I think I'll paddle till 6 o'clock, do another half an hour, see where we get, and find a nice camp spot. And the beaver dams haven't been too active so far. Normally they can block the whole thing up and you have to pull your boat over the top. It's kind of reminiscences of them, maybe with big flows after the ice. It's pushed them all away. It's a heavy boat, this is heavy. Pretty limited on camp spots. Time's getting on, so I'm pretty tired today. I've expended a lot of calories, heck of a lot. So I'm going to call it a day here. Looking for the best campsite, but it's never possible. So found a bit of high ground. We're still in the willows, but it's not ideal, but it'll do. Just I'm going to pull out a few little trees and then set the tent up. Yeah, bear spray at the ready. Okay, home for the night. Well guys, that's day one come to an end. I had a physical day, but it was to be expected. Lots of lifting and carrying with my equipment, sort of 3 carries every time. I had to move up and over a hill and down, and it's only 3 kilometers, but when it's 3 kilometers, 9 times, it becomes a bit tedious, and it's hard work. So you just got to break it down and just carry it bit by bit. But we got to the river in the end, actually got onto the Hess, the sort of headwaters of it. Absolutely stunning. The mountain vistas and stuff left and right are just phenomenal. The wildlife's amazing, saw a moose. And time was getting on, so I just thought I've got to have to pitch my tent and sort of get something to eat. So campsites was sort of few and far between, so I kind of found this sort of grassy knoll kind of high up, because it's all still quite damp up here at the minute. It's like a heather moorland sort of back home, high up, sort of fragile landscape, willows and bogs and marshes and things like that. So I kind of jumped onto this campsite. It was high up and it was water all around it, but lower, so quite a good vantage point. You hear anything sort of coming to the tent. Got pitched up, and then a bee came out, was sort of dive bombing me, then another one, and then I got stung. I was sort of going for my neck, and one of them flew down my shirt. This is just after I've had a little bite to eat, a coffee and stuff. So luckily the tent was up, and they all started coming out, and they've eased off a bit now, but they were all buzzing around sort of the outside of the tent, going nuts. So you can hear that bird as well going nuts. So I'm a new arrival here, and I'm already peeing people off. So oh god, yeah, you couldn't write it. So yeah, other than that, awesome first day. We're on the Hess, which is great, which is what I wanted. The levels are good. Some of the most clearest river water I've ever seen today. It was amazing. Lots of little switchbacks. Just kind of winding its way through this Selwyn Valley. So tomorrow is going to be a good day. We're going to get some good distance covered tomorrow, and I look forward to sharing it with you. Okay guys, it is 5 to 9 and it's still blazing sunshine, so I'm going to try and get to sleep and catch you in the morning. So that was my first sort of 24 hours ever in the wilderness. So I guess the message from all of that is you've got to keep a level head, and I guess the way to do that is, from soon as you start your journey, have a plan and have a list of jobs that you need to be getting on with, and have that ready before you even get there. So like me, I had all my little jobs to do, I had my portage to make, and then I was going to camp. So that was my first sort of 24 hours taken care of. You're always going to have those feelings of nervousness and all of those other feelings that kick in. You just get better at dealing with it the more you do. So I hope you enjoyed this video, folks. Any questions, please fire them away in the comments box. I'd love to hear your thoughts, if you've been in a similar thing and how you've dealt with your first 24 hours in the wilderness. And I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, please don't forget to like and subscribe. We have got over 950 subscribers now. And I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's been watching the channel and and who has been making comments and liking, you all know it makes a huge difference. So thanks folks. Remember, keep adventuring.